How we doing? It's Tim, Old Man Gig here. We're going to be talking. I want to talk directly to if you use DoorDash. Do you place your orders on DoorDash? Do you understand how it works? Or any of the platforms, whether it be DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, or anything like that. I can't speak so much for Grubhub and directly on Uber Eats because Uber Eats is always differing because they add in time to where DoorDash doesn't. So there's a little bit difference on that. But if you use DoorDash and let's say you're ordering from McDonald's, let's say you're ordering, because you can't order a Big Mac meal on DoorDash. You have to buy the Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. And if you've noticed, it's a lot more because they upcharge on the DoorDash app. And you're thinking, okay, so it normally will cost you, let's say, for an example, I'm just going to throw this out there as an example, it's $8 or whatever for a DoorDash order, or if you went to the restaurant yourself and got the order. All right, let me use this as an example instead, since I have a photo of this. This is an order for Chick-fil-A, and this is just for some breakfast items: bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, hash browns, and a medium Coke. As you can see there. All right. What does the DoorDash charge you? It's going to be $11.81. It's $8.07 for the food. Normally it's a $2.99 delivery fee, but because I'm a new customer, because I just signed up on the app, they're giving me free 30 days, no delivery fee. Or if you become part of their Dash Pass, you don't get that delivery fee. But they'd still charge you a service fee. That service fee is that extra $3.74. That could be your taxes as well as service fee for using the app. Right? Now, what would that normally have been if you had ordered that Chick-fil-A order yourself? Here it is. On the Chick-fil-A app, that order would have cost me $6.09. So that's $2.11 markup. So you're basically already paying, before any tips, $5 more. Because the other one was $11.81. So you're paying $5.70 more, 72 cents more to do this order on the app, on another service app, versus doing the order online yourself and going and picking up the meal. Okay, you just said, okay, that's fine. I'm paying $5 more, $6 more. Well, that's what the driver's getting paid, right? No, that is not what the driver's getting paid. The driver gets a base pay depending on how many miles it is from the restaurant, basically. So if it's within 3 miles, he's going to get $2.25. And it doesn't matter whether you ordered $40 worth of food, $10 worth of food, $50 worth of food. The base price stays the same. The base price does not go up. Your service fee or your convenience fee or your surcharge fee may potentially go up. I think the max on with DoorDash, I think it's 5 something before taxes. And so it's, you're going to be paying more for service fee based on how more you paid. Plus you're paying more actually because of the upcharges they do. So now that's for number one. So and that's before the tip, that $11.81. That $11.81 that I had there. That's before you put in the tip. Now you're going, okay, I am paying $5 and some odd cents more. Now how should I tip the driver? And most people, it should be, I'm not going to tell you how to tip or what to tip, but I'm going to let you know what's going to happen if you don't tip enough. If you don't tip enough, like you don't go no tip, because you're like, I'm already paying, almost double what it would cost me if I ordered the food myself and went to the store myself, or went to that store myself, especially if you're only talking about 1.5 miles. Now, if you're talking several more miles than that, yeah, we do get more money, but it's not very much. It's like for every additional mile, or every additional mile after the 3 miles, it can be anywhere from a quarter to 50 cents, depending on the time of day and how DoorDash wants to divvy out the orders. There's no consistency on that. So that affects the offers they send to us. So basically, we're getting 220. Let's say you're within 2 miles. So basically, we're getting 225 for your order to bring you your lunch or your dinner or your breakfast, whether that be to your apartment, at home, or to your work. We're getting $2.25. Now we have to go through, pick up the order. Sometimes the order's not ready. We have wait time, so that's downtime for us. And we get your order and we deliver it to you. Now, you gave us a tip. Now, they show, for the most part, not always, depending on the mileage and where it is and how much you tip, sometimes will show their tip transparency. If you're usually $3.50 to $4 or more for your tip, we may not see all that tip, because they try to avoid us from cherry picking premium orders and making it fair for everybody, and maybe you're going to have to take some of these little lower ball orders. So basically, if it's like I said, 225, so if it's 575 to 625, 625 being a stronger indicator, either you left a $4 tip or you left us no tip, we're less inclined to take that order. And so you may wonder, why is no one taking my order, or why is it taking so long? And that could be, or you left no tip. If you leave no tip, that order is going to get bounced around, and it can be bounced around depending on the drivers for a long time. And so you're not helping us, especially with these fuel prices. I mean, these fuel prices are going through the roof. So we're even being more. We're not even I'm personally not taking anything under 525 for under 1 mile. If it's over 1 mile, I'm not taking anything under 625, because I got my time, my gas, and everything else that goes into it, and that's just the way it has to be with the gas prices, and things like that. So that greatly affects how you get your orders. And number 2 myth is, somehow we work for DoorDash, and so you put that no tip order in, we have to take it. No, we do not have to take an order. We get to choose what orders we're going to deliver and what orders we're not going to deliver. If we don't want to deliver it, we just decline it, and then it gets popped off to another driver. So just to let you know. And some people go, well, I like to tip in cash, or well, you know what, we can't count on that. The cash tips are so few and far between that doesn't exist almost. It doesn't happen occasionally, but it's not the norm. The norm is just let us see up front, so we know what we're going to be doing the job for. And if we don't know, we're less inclined to take it. So, for you, and to alleviate your frustration, is if you don't want to tip us and you can't tip, I mean, if you can't afford to tip, then why can you afford to pay twice as much for the meal you're just buying? Now, I know it's a convenience, because you don't have to leave work, you don't have to leave your house, you don't want to spend money on gas, but you want to spend my gas without compensating me a little bit for that. I mean, that's kind of unfair too. And that's the way we kind of look at it. Not saying we don't want you. We want good customers. We love good customers. We take care of those good customers. And we always will take care of those good customers. But on the no tip orders, or $1 or $2 tip orders, I'm sorry, you become a lower priority. So if we get a stacked order in, and the higher one may be a little bit further out, I might go to that little bit further one out first and work my way back and get you last, because you weren't in a hurry to get your food, because you only tipped $1. You get my point? That just doesn't make a priority. We get to prioritize how we do it. We get a time limit, but we get to prioritize which stops and which order we're going to do it. And the better the tip, the better the priority somebody gets. It's just the way it works. That's capitalism, baby. I'm sorry to say. Or if you want to get the monkey to dance, you gotta give him the dough. So if you can't afford that, and you can't do that, or you're unwilling to do that, then bring your own lunch, bag of lunch, make some ramen noodles or something. Have some ramen. Don't bother us, and don't cause yourself frustration. So with that said, you really need to understand where we're coming from, and whether you care to or not. Like I was saying, we do not get that big portion of that payout from DoorDash that you see, that $5-6. We're getting very small of that before your tip, and many of us rely on that tip to pay for gas and the incidentals like that. And if we're not getting that, we don't do them. If it's not feasible for us to do, we just won't do them. And the biggest other myth and lie is that somehow we're a DoorDash employee. We are not a DoorDash employee. We're all independent contractors. We all work for ourselves. We do not work for a company. We're not getting paid by the hour separately. We get paid by your order. So that's how we make our money, by your order and your tips. And we don't get an hourly. We're not the pizza delivery guy that working for Domino's, where you're getting paid $12 an hour to deliver pizzas, and then you give the pizza guy a $5-7 tip, and he's getting hourly. You give food delivery guy, you think the same thing, and it's only worth $2 for a tip. Come on, we don't get that. We don't get an hourly pay on top of what we're doing. And so maybe y'all don't know that, and I'm sorry to break the news to you. That's why you may not get your orders when you get them. You may not be the priority of an order. You may be down at the bottom of the list for us to get to, or even to accept, and that's just fact. So please put your comments down below. I know many of you have. If you have used DoorDash, you've had bad experiences, or potentially could have had bad experiences with previous Dashers. And not all Dashers are great, and not all Dashers are bad. So, and I know there's some out there that are, and do what you can to root them out. We'll do what we can to root them out, and DoorDash will try to root them out, I hope, because those are the ones that bring down the perception of us as gig workers, as independent contractors, and we got to have a greater image than that. If you see my other videos, that will be posted up here. One's actually over here. One's going to be called "Stop Stealing Orders" and self-protection, and you'll see why we need to, or we'll go into explanation of why that we know that, and we want to hammer down on that. So with that said, please leave your comments, likes, and subscribes down below. I'd love to hear from people who use DoorDash, and maybe they weren't under the perception or misunderstood how the system works, and hopefully this will help enlighten some of those, and maybe we can help work together, not one-on-one, but work together to make it a stronger community. If you want to use our services, to understand where we come from, and that would be a better approach than just saying we all hate no tippers, and we hate low tippers, and we think you're all the scum of the earth. Maybe you don't know how it works, and I will give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So with that said, this is Old Man Gig. Peace.